I have spent the past several months researching faceless channels, and I am happy to tell you that I've discovered a niche that can not only make you go viral, but can actually make you a true YouTube millionaire in a very short span of time. It has a huge audience on YouTube, and while there is some competition, not enough channels are creating quality content in this niche. So if you play your cards right, you stand to see results very, very quickly. The niche I'm talking about is scary or horror stories, and the potential it has is unbelievable. This is a faceless channel in this niche with 6.5 million subscribers that gets between 500,000 to a million views on each video. And the stats show that it makes over $70,000 every month. This is another channel in this niche with 1.34 million subscribers that got over 11 million views in the last 28 days, and it's earning anywhere between $30,000 to $80,000 in just a single month. And if you're wondering, well, all these channels have been around for years and it has taken them hundreds of videos to get to this stage, look at Mr. Night Scares, which was launched in the June of 2023 and already gets over 300,000 views every single month. And he's making an upward of $2,000 per month. That is huge growth for a faceless channel, I'm not gonna lie. Now, the beauty of these videos and this niche is that you can make videos in this niche completely on autopilot using only AI. And that is exactly what I'm going to show you today. Plus, I'll share 3 hacks from the top scary story channels on YouTube that will help you fast track your growth. So make sure you stick around for that. And let's get started. The first step is to find the right ideas for your channel. We are not going to get into how to set up your channel and your branding, etc. We have already covered that in multiple videos. Here is one that you can go check out. Now, for the ideas, start by researching a few top channels in your niche to see which topics are performing well. For instance, on Mr. Nightmare's channel, we can see that the most popular videos are around true horror stories. Topics around schools and colleges are also quite popular. 4 College Horror Stories is a video that has gotten him over 9 million views. Even in recent times, the videos that have performed the best are around true stories. The 4 Disturbing True Hitchhiking Horror Stories has also gotten him a million views. So we can use both of these ideas for our own channel as well. Now that we have real-world examples of what topics are working well, we can use those same topics for our own channel as well and just change the stories inside. This brings us to step number 2, which is scripting our video. Now, this is super important because once your idea is ready, you need to write a compelling script. For this, head on over to ChatGPT and we are going to prompt it to give us true horror stories that have taken place on college campuses, because that's the idea we're going with. I like these 3 stories. So now I'm going to copy them and paste them in a fresh prompt on ChatGPT and ask the AI to create a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video script narrating these stories. Now make sure to use this prompt that you can see on screen right now to generate the best results. This is what my draft looks like. Now I really like the results that we've gotten so far. The stories are dramatized, they have a lot of suspense. Now once ChatGPT gives you a draft, I highly recommend that you remove any intro if it has put an intro, because as you can see with Mr. Nightmare's channel as well as other horror stories channel, they hardly ever start with intros. This is because horror stories are a lot about sound design and the build up. They're not like regular YouTube videos where you are setting a scene and you need to explain something to the viewer up front. Someone who clicks on a horror story video is not looking for an explanation first before the story begins. He wants to dive straight into the good stuff. So not having an intro actually works out in your favor in this case. Another hack that you can try for horror videos is actually finding horror stories on Reddit. A lot of people share their true experiences on subreddits like r ghost or r haunted, and you can take a story from there and ask ChatGPT to create a script around it. Here's a story that I found and turned into a script. And this makes for a very compelling true narrative as well. This brings us to step number 3, which is creating your video. Now that you've gotten a killer script, it is time to bring that to life. Now there are plenty of AI tools out there, but I have found a true game changer and the name is InVideo AI. You can just input your script and it gives you a fully edited video complete with the right visuals, music, and even a spooky voiceover. It's like having a personal video editor and sound engineer on board without having the hassle of doing a lot of back and forth with real people. And the best part is that everything that InVideo AI uses is 100% royalty free, meaning you can monetize your videos without any headaches. And it can translate your videos into multiple languages in a single click, which then ends up increasing your reach and your growth on YouTube. So I'm going to start by signing into my account on ai.invideo.io, and this brings me to this screen with a prompt box. But before we start writing our prompt, we need to focus on the voiceover. The voices in horror videos are a huge part of their success. The slow, haunting tone is what makes people want to listen. But that result is not something that you can necessarily get with AI voices. Also, if you are trying to build a loyal audience base, you want to stick to one single narrator. But it's understandable that you also don't want to sit around and record yourself for hours narrating horror stories. So InVideo AI actually has a workaround for this. It has this feature that allows you to clone your voice, and that can be used in all of your videos. And don't worry, only you can use your clone voice, nobody else can do that. The process is also super simple. Just go ahead and click on this option that says clone your voice, and then you are going to upload an audio recording of your voice. Now InVideo gives you all the instructions on what you need to do while you're recording your voice, including saying, I give InVideo AI permission to use my voice. And you don't need any fancy equipment. You can just use your phone or your laptop mic to record. I am doing it on my phone. Now for this particular voice, I am actually going to narrate a small snippet from a horror story so that I can create that vibe of horror videos. Now, once it's recorded, all you need to do is upload it to InVideo. Check. I am going to name it Horror Aditi so that we are clear on what voice to use when we are actually creating our video. Then let's go back to the home page, and here I am going to click on this option that says script to video. Now this workflow basically makes it a lot easier for you to create your video because you already have your script, and now all you need to do is paste your script here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now from the voiceover tab, I am going to use my voice, and I'm going to select Horror Aditi as the narrator. And I also want to have inputs on what kind of music I want in this, which is dark and haunting. And then I'm just going to hit generate. InVideo will ask me for a few more specifics on the tone and the type of audience I want. And once I select those, InVideo will generate my first draft in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a look.
When I was 7 or 8, my family moved into a brand new house in a quiet suburb of Washington, D.C. Fresh paint on the walls, spotless carpets, new everything. It was perfect. But from the moment I stepped inside, something felt wrong.
This has turned out to be better than I expected, but we are going to make it even better with just a few changes. Now for this, you don't need to go ahead and edit your video manually. All you need to do is use this command box under the canvas area and tell the AI what changes you want. I am going to ask it to start the first 3 to 4 seconds of the video with just haunting music and visuals, and then start the narration after that. We want to build suspense, and that is very important. And that pause is very important for doing so.
When I was 7 or 8, my family moved into a brand new house in a quiet suburb of Washington, D.C.
That looks awesome. Now, in case you want to make specific changes to the script or to certain media clips or even the music, you can then use the edit option right below the canvas to do so. I want to change a few clips in the entire video, so I am going to go ahead and click on the edit option, and then I am going to select edit media, and here I am going to search for some additional clips. Once I find the ones that I like, I am going to select the clip that I want to replace on the timeline, and then I'm just going to click on the new one, and you can see that it gets placed on top of the original, meaning that it has been replaced. Similarly, if you want to change the music track, you can click on the edit music tab and do that. I want to change the intro music in the first chapter to something that is more haunting, so I am going to go ahead and search for that in the music library, and once I find a song I like, I am just going to go ahead and click on replace. Similarly, if you want to make any changes to the script, you can click on the edit script tab. Now in this case, because we already wrote the script beforehand, we don't need to make any changes. So I am just going to go ahead and click apply once I'm happy with the results, and let's take a look at the final video.
When I was 7 or 8, my family moved into a brand new house in a quiet suburb of Washington, D.C. Fresh paint on the walls, spotless carpets, knew everything. It was perfect. But from the moment I stepped inside, something felt wrong. It's hard to explain that feeling, especially as a kid.
How scary was that? I already have goosebumps. Now, in case you give InVideo AI a prompt and you don't like the result, or in case you make an edit and you don't like the result, you can always click on this undo arrow and go back to the previous version and then try once again. Now, once you're happy with the results, go ahead, click on download. Make sure you choose your specifics here. And please note that to download the video without any watermarks, you will need to upgrade to a paid plan with InVideo. But considering all the features and the perks you get with just one subscription, this is a steal deal. Now, once you've downloaded the video, you can upload it to your channel. You should aim to create 2 to 3 such videos every week using this AI tool, because honestly, it's just going to take you less than an hour. Make sure you write a catchy title, design an interesting thumbnail for your videos because you want them to get clicks, and repeat this process consistently till you reach monetization. And you'll be earning a good amount of money in no time. Now, as promised, let me share 3 powerful hacks with you that will fast track the growth of your horror stories channel. After diving deep into the world of horror story channels, I discovered a golden rule. True stories or real stories tend to get a lot more views. Videos that are based on true events seem to grab viewers' attention like nothing else. Even if you search for a broad keyword like scary stories on YouTube, you will notice that most of the top ranking videos are based on true stories. Even the most viewed videos on Mr. Nightmare's channels and Mr. Night Scares channels are true horror stories. So make sure that your channel features true stories as much and as far as possible. A lot of these channels also ask their own subscribers to send in their stories if they've experienced anything paranormal, and that is also the route that you can take when you are on this path of finding true horror stories. Next, when you are narrating these stories, it is essential that they also feel authentic, as if they're being told by the people who actually experienced these terrifying events. To achieve this, basically you want to narrate your stories in the first person. What does this mean? This means that instead of saying stuff like, "This happened to this guy," you say, "This happened to me," or "I saw a ghost and this is what happened," or something on those lines, right? And number 3, to grab your viewers' attention instantly, start your stories with a bang. Drop the viewers right into the middle of the climax or ask a mind-boggling question. This compels them to stay and watch the entire video. Like I said in the beginning, you do not need an intro for horror stories. You can start straight away with creepy music and with the first story. I have linked all the prompts that I've used in this video in the description that will help you generate scripts in this manner. So this should not be very difficult for you to achieve. And the final piece of the puzzle is to create the perfect thumbnails. 90% of viewers decide whether they want to watch a video based on the thumbnail alone, and that stands even more true for Horror Stories channel. Trust me, even if your video is fantastic, a shitty thumbnail is going to destroy all of your efforts. So make sure that your thumbnail opens a loop and promises something to the viewer that is so enticing that they're forced to click on it. But I know how daunting thumbnails can be, and if you want to know the science of creating irresistible viral thumbnails, we actually analyzed thumbnails from 1000 Faceless channels and uncovered a secret formula that we have shared in this video. So I highly urge you to go check it out next and let us know in the comments what your biggest takeaway was from this video and how you plan on implementing it. And don't forget to leave a link to your channel in the comments to get a shout out in our next video.